All right, everyone. It's the race that we have all been waiting for. It's time for the 2022 Berlin Marathon. Headlining this race is a man that needs no introduction. He's the talented Kenyan athlete, the endurance legend, the marathon world record holder, the 26.2-mile GOAT. You know him, you love him. It's Eliud Kipchoge from Kenya, the overwhelming favorite for this race. Over the previous decade, this man has completely transcended the sport of distance running with remarkable exploits, including his double Olympic gold medal in the marathon in 2016 and 2021, his sub-2-hour performance back in the 2019 Ineos 159 Challenge, and of course, his still-standing world record, which stands at 2 hours, 1 minute, and 39 seconds, which he set back in 2018 on the very streets of Berlin, Germany. This performance to this day is the absolute standard of marathon greatness, and at 4 minutes and 38 seconds per mile, it's easy to see why this is such a timeless performance. Now, heading into this 2022 competition, Kipchoge has once again displayed top of the world training in preparation for this day. He's logged well over 100 miles each week for the previous few months. He's run into basically no problems during this training cycle, and in his own words, his fitness very much mimics the kind of times that he was running back when he broke 2 hours in Vienna, Austria. Now, what makes this specific 2022 race so compelling is that Kipchoge has been quite clear that he is more than ready to run a fast time. And well, his predictions were incredibly accurate, because what he just did on the very streets of Berlin, Germany, is downright unbelievable. Now, to better set the stage for what Kipchoge was attempting here, let's take a look at what his 2018 world record looks like if we take a closer look at his overall splits. In order to run a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 39 seconds, he would need to average 5K splits of 14 minutes and 25 seconds, which comes out to 2 minutes and 53 seconds per kilometer, or 4 minutes and 38 seconds per mile. It's already intimidating enough to see a sub-2 hour and 2 minute performance as your finishing time, but to think about running 8 consecutive 14-minute and 25-second 5Ks, now that's just downright amazing. The task of running so fast for so long requires one of the most special skill sets in all of athletics, but like he's done over and over and over again, Kipchoge managed to achieve this very task better than anyone else in the world. With a stunning marathon performance, Eliud Kipchoge won this 2022 Berlin Marathon with a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 10 seconds, absolutely crushing his own world record by 29 seconds. This time averages out to 4 minutes, 37.28 seconds per mile, or 2 minutes, 52.3 seconds per kilometer, a performance that left the entire city of Berlin in complete shock. There's honestly no comparing this kind of running to any other athlete that we have ever seen, but let's talk about what this victory actually means, and why it just might be the most significant win of Eliud Kipchoge's career. All the way back in 2013, Kipchoge won his very first marathon in Hamburg, Germany, winning with a time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 30 seconds. This time is still the course record as of 2022, and it also marks 9 straight years that have all included international marathon wins, and this makes Kipchoge one of the very few athletes to achieve such a feat. This longevity still seems almost impossible. However, it goes so much further, as Kipchoge's career on the track, even before he started running in the marathon, also lasted about a decade as well. It's honestly shocking to realize how long this man has been at the top of his distance running game. He won the 2003 World Championships, he medaled in the 2004 Athens Games, he medaled in the 2008 Olympic Games, and then he went on to win 2 more Olympic gold medals in 2016 and also in 2021. And then, after an already historic championship racing career, he once again found his way back to Berlin, and as of 2022, he now has 10 major marathon wins to his name, which is more than anyone else in marathon history. It's already a pretty wide-reaching consensus that Kipchoge is the greatest marathon athlete of all time, and if you don't believe that at this point, You need to check yourself because this man is just built different. But beyond just the racing perfection, the unrivaled consistency, and the dominant wins for almost a decade, I wanted to talk about something a little more specific in this video, and that's where Kipchoge now falls on the list of the greatest distance runners to ever compete. A few years ago, we made a list of the top 10 greatest distance runners of all time, and for our top 3 picks, we selected Kipchoge at number 3, Haile Gebrselassie at number 2, and Kenenisa Bekele from Ethiopia at our number 1 position. These 3 athletes are undeniable legends. They all moved the sport forward by a huge degree, they were all truly dominant for multiple years, they all set world records in their respective events, and more than anything, they made winning against world-class fields look incredibly easy. The only thing that really separates Bekele from the other 2 athletes were his cross-country performances. However, after Kipchoge's non-stop, continuous, and seemingly never-ending grasp on the full marathon, I think it's more than worth revisiting this discussion entirely. With such a devastating marathon resume, which now includes the 2022 Berlin Marathon, there is a real discussion to be had about placing Kipchoge at either number 2 or perhaps even at number 1 as the greatest distance runner of all time. Now, this placement is certainly subjective, and there's plenty of points to be made about each individual athlete, but there is one thing that you cannot deny, and that's that Kipchoge is special. His racing longevity alone makes him one of the most unique athletes to ever compete, but it's the way that he wins, with nearly flawless execution on huge pressure-packed stages, that makes him so elite in the world of athletics. In addition to every single accomplishment that this man has already achieved, Kipchoge is still eyeing the 2024 Paris Olympics, where he once again plans to participate in the full marathon. This competition will be Kipchoge's 5th Olympic appearance since 2004, and if he can successfully defend his title once again, he will be the only 3-time Olympic marathon champion in the history of the Olympic Games. If there's anyone that can achieve this task, it's certainly Eliud Kipchoge. And with all of this history and future potential history in mind, I'll now pass this final question off to you. Do you think Eliud Kipchoge will win the 2024 Paris Olympic Marathon? And on this incredible stage, what time will he run? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, until next time.